Hello Internet Eyes, how you doing? So, recently I've been kind of obsessed with a little app called TikTok. It's this like fun little app where you can like make like fun little snappy videos. You know, you can just be like lip syncing to songs or like quotes from movies or just really anything, to be honest. It's a lot of fun. So today what I wanted to do was kind of rank like all the social media I use from like my least favorite to my favorite. The 5 main social medias I use are Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn. I don't really use Snapchat, like, to be honest, so I can't really kind of say much about that, really, to be honest, so yeah. Okay, so my least favorite of the social medias I use is probably like LinkedIn. It's just because it's like the social media I use the least. I mean, I do think LinkedIn is generally quite positive. You know what I see on LinkedIn and stuff like that. Like, you know, people are kind of like sharing like, you know, their professional achievements and stuff, which is really, really nice to see. And it's nice to see people succeed. However, I do feel like you do need to have like that kind of like business network to be on LinkedIn. And if you don't have that, you're probably not going to get much out of it. I also feel like, you know, like out of all the social medias, like I think it's probably the one I feel like I can be my least myself because, you know, I do have to put on like a professional persona for it. Persona! I can't say the word persona without thinking of Persona 5 now. I think LinkedIn is good for what it does, but like you've got to be like the right kind of person for it. For my videography business, I've not really like had much kind of traction come from LinkedIn. I have a few contacts on LinkedIn who like do regularly sort of basically react to my posts and stuff like that, which is great. Like, you know, and I really appreciate that. But yeah, like as far as like LinkedIn goes, it is like the one I feel like I could be least myself. Okay, so my next least favorite one is Twitter. Now, to be honest, I was kind of going like back and forth between like whether or not LinkedIn or Twitter was my least favorite social media. So first of all, I'll mention a couple of things I like about Twitter. So a couple of things I like about Twitter. I feel like out of all the social medias, I feel like it is like the easiest to use. And I also think it's good for keeping up to date with like news and stuff. However, I do think like out of all the social medias I use, like I think the things I see on Twitter are probably the most negative, and you know it doesn't really make me feel too great sometimes like reading through all the negativity on Twitter, because it always seems to be like, oh, a celebrity's done something wrong or whatever, and everyone's kind of jumping on the bandwagon hating on them and stuff like that, and it can be like really damaging to like people's mental health as well. I just wish that people were more responsible on social media and what they share. I mean, I do notice that people do have a lot more freedom of speech on Twitter compared to like other social media, but yeah, it doesn't mean that like the things you say on social media don't have like an impact on people. I do think people do need to be a bit more careful about what they post on social media, basically. That's basically what I'm trying to get at. Next up is Facebook. Now, I don't mind Facebook, to be honest. I do feel like it's a bit more sort of like community focused than like some of the other social medias on this list. I feel like out of all the social medias, I feel like Facebook feels like the most personal, because like everybody that I'm following or is following me on Facebook are people I know. It does feel like a lot more personal, and it does feel like I care a lot more about like people reacting to my Facebook posts compared to like other social media sites. I also think that Facebook is like the best for like sharing photos. You know, you can make like whole photo albums for like, you know, basically like a compilation of photos, which is great. So it's kind of like all my photos like in one place and stuff like that, which is probably one of the main selling points for me about Facebook. It's also been the best one for like my business and stuff like that. You know, like I've got a videography Facebook page, which is doing all right. I'm not gonna lie, it's doing alright. So my second favourite social media, like at the moment, is TikTok. My mind might change about TikTok, I'm not gonna lie, but like at the moment is my second favourite social media. The reason why TikTok's my second favourite social media is I feel like out of all the social medias, it encourages us to be the most creative compared to other social medias, because, you know, you kind of think of like new ideas for like TikTok videos and stuff like that, and people are just having like a good time and like having a lot of fun with it. Yeah, TikTok's also really been helping me get through quarantine as well. So yeah, I'm kind of grateful for this app. You know, I've basically been posting like a TikTok pretty much like every day this month, almost every day this month. So yeah, it's great. It's had a lot of fun. Yep. Sorry, he's just got a new follow on TikTok as I was recording this. Yay, thank you. I mean, I will say, like, my negative about TikTok is that, like, the things that some people post can be quite cringy, to be perfectly honest. For example, when people are making TikToks when they're in their underwear, or like when people are like saying, oh yeah, I want to be TikTok famous or whatever. I'm just like, yeah, that kind of stuff really makes me cringe and stuff like that, I'm not gonna lie. My favourite social media is Instagram, and I think the reason for this is because like a lot of it is like image based and image focused and stuff like that. Like, you know, you kind of like seeing like lots of pretty pictures on Instagram, and you know, feels like there's like something for everyone. It feels like it's quite positive as well, like the kind of things I see on Instagram and stuff like that. Like, you know, it's kind of nice kind of seeing people like post pictures of like things they like or things they're doing. I also like using like Instagram stories for like less important things, you know, if I kind of want to kind of keep like my followers like updated on my life and whatnot. However, I can see why people might not like Instagram, because, you know, you could like often like compare yourself to other people, you know, especially if you see people who are like basically like Instagram models and have like completely like chiseled perfect bodies and stuff like that. Like, I can kind of see how that would kind of upset some people, but I don't really follow like many people like that, to be honest, because yeah, I don't really feel a need to be perfectly honest. I mean, I'm not like content with the way my body looks, but at the same time, I don't really feel like seeing pictures of like Instagram models or like people with perfectly chiseled bodies like makes me feel really like super insecure or anything like that. I mean, it would be nice to have a body like that, but like, who knows? Maybe one day. I'm working on it. Anyway, thanks very much guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a like. Please let me know what your favourite social media is down below, and I hope you're on a wonderful day. Until next time, keep smiling. Bye!